Hi everybody, it's Tatiana and today I'm coming to share with you a book haul. Yes, I ordered books. I have physical books and Kindle books. Yes, I'm still ordering books during this time. Why? Because I have a process. I have a process. Everything that gets ordered or delivered here, because I'm going to have to order dog food for Buffy within the next 2 weeks or so. Everything that gets ordered and delivered here sits, unless it's a plant, in which case it gets immediately sprayed and I open it carefully and wash my hands like 50 times. But it sits in the house for 3 to 4 days before I open it. I spray the box with Lysol, and then once I open it, box go bye-bye. So yeah, and of course, again, wash my hands 50 times. So I have books that I got from Book Outlet as well as Amazon, and of course the books on my Kindle I got from Amazon. So I'm just going to share with you what those books are. The first book that I'm going to share with you is the reason why I placed the Book Outlet order. And that book is City of Lost Dreams by Magnus Flight. This is the sequel to City of Dark Magic, which I loved. Did not expect to love. This one does not take place in Prague. But yeah, this is why I placed the order, because everywhere that I looked for this sequel, once I realized that there was a sequel, it was double or double and a half the cost of what I paid for City of Dark Magic. And I was like, that's not happening. And so something told me at like 2 in the morning one night, check Book Outlet, and Book Outlet had it for $2 and some change. So I got it, but you can't just order one book from Book Outlet. So here are the other books that I got. I ordered Scythe by Neil Shusterman. This is all Tori's fault over at Tori Morrow. I actually ordered Scythe and Thunderhead, but apparently at the point when I was ordering, they had not refreshed the site with the number of books available for Thunderhead, so they had to refund me the money they charged me for that, because they didn't have any more in stock. So I don't know what I'm gonna read Scythe first, because I was gonna get the whole series, and I've been trying not to do that, but then I also did it with another. Okay, well, yeah, Tori, this is your fault. I'll let you know later whether or not I thank you. I also picked up Things We Lost in the Fire, and these are stories. It's a collection of short stories by Mariana Enriquez, and I don't really know much about this collection. I've heard a couple of people have read it. Holy crap, this was 24 bucks. Not what I paid for it. Let's see. This is an English language debut for this author. With these unsettling, slyly funny, and strange stories in the tradition of Shirley Jackson and Julio Cortázar. Set against the backdrop of Argentina's troubled history, the characters in these tales find themselves in ordinary situations and take sudden and dark turns. During a government-enforced blackout, 3 friends distract themselves with drugs and pain, loyal to the awful end. A young girl with nothing to lose steps into an abandoned house and never comes back out. A group of women begin to set themselves on fire to protest domestic violence. But alongside the black magic and disturbing disappearances, I can talk. These stories are fueled by compassion for the vulnerabilities of the frightened and the lost, ultimately bringing these characters, mothers and daughters, husbands and wives, into a stark and known reality. So yeah, why not? And I've really been enjoying short stories lately, so hopefully this is a hit. I also picked up The Beautiful Ones by Silvia Moreno Garcia. I don't know if this is the next book after Certain Dark Things, which is out of print. But yeah, Book Outlet had it, and I really enjoyed Certain Dark Things, and so I picked it up. Antonina Beaulieu is in the glittering city of Loisel for her first grand season, where she will attend balls and mingle among high society. Under the tutelage of the beautiful but cold Valerie Beaulieu, she hopes to find a suitable husband. However, the haphazard manifestations of Nina's telekinetic powers make her the subject of a malicious gossip, yet dazzling telekinetic performer and outsider Hector Ovray sees Nina's powers as a gift, and he teaches her how to hone and control them. As they spend more and more time together, Nina falls in love and believes she's found the great romance that she's always dreamed of. But Hector's courtship of Nina is deceptive. So I didn't even read the synopsis. It's Sylvia Moreno Garcia. I picked up Eagle and Empire by Alan Smale, or Small, I think it's Smale. This is book 3 in a series, and y'all, there's fighting. Like, look at the cover. There's swordplay. I have books 1 and 2. I haven't read them yet, but yeah, I wanted to go ahead once I've been waiting also for Book Outlet to get this in stock, because I ordered books 1 and 2 from Book Outlet. So when I saw that they had them in stock, I went ahead and picked this up, and then at least if I don't like the series, I have the whole trilogy to give away or trade in. The next grouping of books I have are books that I purchased from Amazon. And the first in this stack is not the first book that I purchased, but since this one has Blame along with it also, I'll go ahead and throw in Jerry's name out there. And it's all her fault that I picked up the graphic novel edition of Parable of the Sower by Octavia Butler. She's let me know about this live chat that was moderated by N.K. Jemisin, which had the duo Damian Duffy and John Jennings, who did Kindred, and have also put this together, as well as Nalo Hopkinson. And I attended that, or listened to, participated in, whatever the correct terminology is for being on a live stream chat, and thoroughly enjoyed it. Not just hearing their answers to some of the questions, but seeing the camaraderie between Duffy and Jennings and how they work together and how they have worked together in the past. Yeah, thoroughly enjoyed it. So after that, I was like, dog footed, I'm getting this. And Jerry was like, yes, get it. So I have it, and it's all her fault. Thanks. This one I'm going to blame on Dee Dee at Brown Girl Reading. All the channels that I mentioned and people I mentioned, if they have channels, will be linked in the description box below, by the way. I got Grant Park by Leonard Pitch Jr. and I'm blaming this on Dee Dee because Dee Dee introduced us to Leonard Pitch Jr. with The Last Thing You Surrender for #ReadSoLit this year, and it was phenomenal. And now I basically want to read everything he's written, and I can't do that if I don't have a book to read. So I went ahead and picked this up because I was going to borrow it from the library first and then wait to purchase it. But coronavirus happened and the library's closed, and neither of the library systems that I patronize had this available as an ebook. They only had all of his books, not just this, but all of his books that they had available. They only had it available in physical form. So, and then the last book, physical book, in this haul is, good Lord, this is a chunker. A Time of Courage by John Gwynne. This is the third and final installation in his Of Blood and Bone trilogy, and we will see how this ends. Book 2. I'm not a fan of the characters in this series. Let's just say this is a companion series to his Faithful and the Fallen quartet, and I love the characters, even the bad characters. I loved the characters in that series, and there are so many characters in this series that I don't like, but I'm still enjoying the story, and I understand the motivation for some of the characters, even the ones that I don't like in this series. But I don't know how this is going to end. Of course, you never know how it's going to end, and we'll see. That's all. Part of me is hoping that the next book Gwynne writes is leaving this alone. I think he needs to leave this alone, but we'll see how I feel when I'm done with this. But if he continues with this, these are the only books he's writing, I'm going to read them. So I've also purchased Kindle books because Kindle books were on sale, and it's so easy to just click and buy shit. And so I clicked and bought shit. So after, what was it, the weekend of 24 and 48, there was the social distancing book fest that was done on YouTube, and I still have some of those videos to watch. I particularly wanted to make sure that I was in place in attendance for Bree's panel from Bree Hill, as well as Rachel from Rachel Ray's channel panel that the two of them did. And I just really wanted to be there for those two because I'm subscribed to them and I like to support them as creators, but also I was intrigued by their panels. There are a lot of other panels that I want to watch, but I also wanted to read during 24 and 48, so I had to pick 2 hours to watch, and those were the two channels whose hours I chose to watch. But as a result of the 2 panels that I participated in, I did purchase 3 books, and there are a couple of other books that I want to purchase, but it was a situation of the physical copy being less expensive than the ebook copy, and so yeah, I'm just right now I'm gonna stop buying physical books for a hot second. So I picked up or clicked and purchased American Dreamer by Adriana Herrera, as well as Unveiling Love, which is a Regency romance, and A Bittersweet Moment by Vanessa Riley. I haven't read anything by either of those authors, so I'm super excited to just read some new authors. And so aside from those authors, which I got from as a result of Social Distancing Book Fest, I also picked up 4 other books, or clicked and purchased 4 other books that we're going to blame on Tori. And they are 4 books from the Forward collection, which was an ebook collection that was done particularly for Kindle by a group of 6 authors. It was 6 stories done by 6 authors, but I got the 4 that Tori at Tori Morrow liked the most. So I picked up Emergency Skin by N.K. Jemisin. I will try to put the pictures up because yeah. Summer Frost by Blake Crouch. The Last Conversation by Paul Tremblay. And You Have a... Okay, my memory card filled up. My camera gave me the beep of death, so I don't know where I got cut off. But the last book in the Forward collection that I purchased was You Have Arrived at Your Destination by Amor Towles. I also picked up some books, or clicked and purchased some books that were on sale. One of them being Gods of Jade and Shadow by Silvia Moreno Garcia. That was a Kindle deal one day. Get a Life, Chloe Brown by Talia Hibbert, Kindle deal. The Revisioners by Margaret Wilkerson Sexton. That is Dee Dee's fault, but it also was a deal. I got Nididium Sky by R.A. George, which is... whose fault is that? That's somebody's fault. I think it's Thomas at SFF 180, but it was available for free. And so I got that. And then those are all the books that I have purchased thus far. And I'm not supposed to be buying books, but the majority of the books that I have read in the past 4 months have been from my bookshelves. So I am super duper proud of that. And this just means I have more to read because I don't think the libraries are opening anytime soon. So yeah, that's all that I have for this video. Thank you all for watching, and I hope you have a good weekend, whenever you see this video. Peace out.